If you're in the market to buy a new Traxxas for yourself or somebody else, here's some topics to consider before you make that choice. And you can skip to any of these topics by just going to that time in this video. Electric or nitro power. Now, electric cars are always recommended to start with. Nitro cars offer a unique experience over electric cars, but they offer more to learn, more complexity to the system, and much more regular maintenance. Nitro cars are only recommended once the user has gained the experience of operating and maintaining an RC car chassis. XL5 or VXL3S. The XL5 and the VXL are the two power systems included in Traxxas electric cars. The XL5 offers brushed motor technology and a 2S LiPo compatibility. The VXL3S offers the more powerful brushless technology and a 3S LiPo compatibility, and the price of the vehicles reflects this. VXL vehicles also benefit from additional technologies like the more advanced TQi Transmitter and Traxxas stability management. TQ or the TQi. Traxxas offers two different levels of transmitters with their vehicles. The TQ transmitter included with the XL5 equipped vehicles, and the more advanced TQi transmitter included with all the VXL equipped vehicles. Both transmitters are equally good for controlling a vehicle. The difference comes with the TQi offering additional programming features, Traxxas stability management, and the ability to use Traxxas Link, which is sold separately. TSM. TSM, or Traxxas Stability Management, is a technology that uses a built-in gyro to counter-steer the front tires for you when the rear end slides out on you, which is common in low traction conditions and with very high-powered vehicles. TSM is only available on the VXL models, which include the Traxxas TQi Transmitter, which features a knob on the transmitter to control the gain of the gyro from all the way off to maximum sensitivity. Please note, TSM is not recommended for use during high-powered straight-line speedruns, but any other time it can be a great driving aid, especially for those just learning to drive. NiMH or LiPo batteries. The XL5 and VXL3S power systems are compatible with LiPo or lithium polymer batteries and NiMH or nickel metal hydride batteries. NiMH batteries are regarded as safer, less maintenance, less powerful, but also less expensive. On the other hand, LiPos are more expensive, but they're much more powerful and contain a higher runtime of use than a NiMH battery. But they're also more high maintenance and, if not treated properly, can pose a safety risk. LiPo batteries are only recommended for people responsible enough to care for them properly, and thankfully, Traxxas LiPo chargers make this pretty easy. Driving in water, snow, and sand. Most electric Traxxas cars and their electronics will be okay if you get them a little wet in fresh water or clean snow. To be sure your car is waterproof, you better check with the owner's manual first. Now, if it is and you choose to get it wet, keep in mind water can strip the bearings of any lubrication and attract dirt and dust in unwanted locations. So to ensure high operation from your vehicle for years to come, it's important to properly clean the car after, properly dry it thoroughly, and then re-lubricate any bearings if needed. For nitro vehicles, it's not recommended to get them wet or drive in snow or sand. Now, for electric cars, driving in sand is okay, but keep in mind, it tends to work its way into all the nooks and crannies of a vehicle and can generate a huge headache. So it's important to properly clean the vehicle after and get all that sand out. With these different elements, water, snow, sand, it is usually okay to do, but it's really not ideal for the vehicle, especially if you aren't going to properly clean and dry the vehicle after. As a side note, anytime you drive in water, snow, or sand, it's important to cover these wheel vent holes with tape to prevent the wheel from filling up with water or any material which will add weight and overstress the electronics. It is possible to burn out the electronics if you don't. Things to not do. Do not submerge the vehicle in water. Do not drive in chlorinated pool water. Do not drive in the ocean salt water. Doing so can cause permanent damage and/or failure. Are Traxxas batteries waterproof? Just like the vehicles, it's okay to get the batteries a little wet with some clean, fresh water, but you never want to submerge the battery or the car. Doing so can let water into the battery connector, or the battery wire, which could cause the battery to short out, leading to an unsafe condition. If you do get the battery a little wet, be sure to wipe it down after and dry it off completely. What car should I buy? Ultimately, only you know what's best for your budget and your environment. But here are some things to think about. What terrain do you have available in your area? If you have mostly streets, parking lots, and smooth surfaces, an on-road car will perform much better than an off-road car. But if you have open fields, dirt streets, and gravel roads, a high-sitting off-road car will serve you best. Off-road cars perform pretty well on the street too, but not as good as a dedicated on-road car. 1/10 scale cars are a pretty good starting point for most mild terrain, whereas larger cars are better suited to tackle rough to extreme terrain, and the prices reflect that. Next, it's good to know your level of interest in the hobby. Do you plan on driving once in a while to get a one-and-done car and call it good? Or is RC a passion that you plan on being involved in for years to come? For a one-and-done purchase, the less expensive XL5 equipped vehicles will serve you just fine for casual use. But if this is a one-of-many purchase to start you off in the hobby, the VXL power and the feature-rich TQi transmitter are worthy investments to have. Now for specific cars, the Traxxas 4Tech is a great performing on-road chassis, and it's offered in a few different versions and body styles. For off-road, the Bandit, Rustler, Stampede, and Slash are all worthy starting points, and again, with different body styles and versions of each. For more off-road capabilities, the Haas is a great choice, and up from there would be the Traxxas Max. Which Traxxas is the fastest? The fastest car Traxxas offers is the X01 Supercar, which is also the fastest ready-to-run car in the entire RC hobby. Under the right conditions, with an experienced driver, the X01 can reach a staggering 100 miles per hour. Which Traxxas is the biggest? The biggest vehicle Traxxas offers is the X-Max monster truck, and it's roughly 30 inches long with a weight of over 19 pounds. Impressively, the X-Max can reach a top speed of 50 miles an hour in the hands of an experienced user. For more info on Traxxas RC cars, check out amainhobbies.com/Traxxas. Or you can reach out to one of our knowledgeable customer service staff members at 1-800-705-2215.